Hey guys, so I just want to do a quick little speed comparison here between some similarly priced handsets. We do have the new Asus Zenfone 5Z, and I wanted to compare with the OnePlus 6, Honor 10, Nokia 7 Plus and the Galaxy A8 Plus. So all of these could be considered like your upper mid-range to budget flagship, and I wanted to see, which manufacturer is giving the most value for money here in mid 2018. So we're just going to start them all up at the same time here and see if there's any differences. So we'll just try this on all of them, and we'll see how it gets on. So power buttons located, and I think we can try and do this. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So A8 is still suffering from a mystery illness here, but I think the Zenfone very fast there, boots up, followed by OnePlus 6, Honor 10, and then A8, and then Nokia 7 Plus. Now they're all up to date in terms of the software, so I'm quite surprised actually that the stock kind of build didn't boot up first, but yeah, very nice start here from the Asus. Let's see the Antutu here. So we're just going to run this 3D benchmark and stuff, see how the GPUs compare. Snapdragon 845, Kirin 970, 845, 615 I think, or 25 or something, more mid-range, and this one is an Exynos 7 series mid-range. So let's go. And we will go through this quite quickly, skipping through it, but straight away you can see here some big differences in terms of the graphical. As the OnePlus crashed, and the A8 as it finally conked out, like it's had enough. We'll see if we can revive it. Probably too hot for it to do this test. OnePlus 6 as well, that took ages to actually start the test here, but when it does get going you can see it's quite smooth in comparison to the others. Very strange though, this one. Just hold the power button down, that usually works. I don't think the Galaxy A series is built that well. I mean, compared to the S series at least, you get these issues, when you do the test. So I think the A8 is finally conked out here. Oh no, it's coming back on. Better late than never. So in terms of this test, you can see I think the Zenfone is well out ahead here, very nice and smooth, and I think it's followed by the Honor 10, which is also quite good. 7 Plus is struggling a little bit here in terms of the graphical. I think the smoothest definitely goes to the OnePlus though. I mean, look at that, that's really nice and smooth. Can we get this going? You definitely need to use a more high-end kind of chip for the next year, Galaxy A series, because again, getting left behind here I think overall. and it crashed again. Yeah, you see, I can hear it unlocking and that. It just doesn't seem to like Antutu. So I'm probably going to skip the Antutu for this phone because it just doesn't like it at all. Start it up again. So this test is very in-depth here. You can see it's showing you all the graphical. Get the Geekbench ready on this one. Should fare okay with that one. So we're just going to skip to the end here, see who wins the Antutu. So they're doing the browser test at the moment, as you can see, which is very nice and smooth on all of them. I don't think there's many differences there, really. I do think that the screen on the OnePlus 6 and the Zenfone are probably equally as good. On a 10, Nokia 7 Plus, a little bit average, and the A8 Plus, very nice screen in itself. And we do have a winner here, so you can see Asus again out in front, 271,678 versus your 203,606 on a 10. And we do have the OnePlus 6 lagging behind here. It did take a while for it to get started for some reason, but I'm guessing the score will be about the same as the Zenfone, hopefully. And the 7 Plus is also finishing up here, 141,955, so you defeated 70% of users, which is most users. And again, we have a delay here when it comes to the OnePlus 6, when it comes to announcing the result, which is quite strange. But when it does get there, you can see 289,000 defeating 99% of users, so way out in front there in terms of the actual score. So that is pretty awesome. Let's just also check out the Geekbench here. So we do have it installed on all of them, and you can have a look at the hardware as well. So let's go. Yes, I do want you to run OnePlus. Okay, it just doesn't want to run. Let's try that again. What is it with OnePlus 6 today? That is very strange indeed. Maybe it'll run in a minute or so. I mean, that is very weird. Okay, just doesn't want to run then. Gonna have to sit that one out. So I gave it a restart and it's finally kicked into life here, like 10 years later. So it will eventually finish, but you can see already here, I think the Zenfone is well out ahead again, leading the pack. The Honor 10 just behind, and the 7 Plus and the A8 are about the same. And we did get there in the end, so you can see right at the finish we do have the Zenfone with a very nice high score here, 2366, but it can't quite top the OnePlus 6 at 2465, with a very high multi-core score as well. So maybe that's the Zen UI, you know, holding it back a little bit, but still a very respectable score nevertheless. On a 10, 7 Plus, A8 Plus coming a little bit behind there in terms of the benchmark. But I think really you can see here some very decent scores from the Zenfone comparing against its contemporaries. But if you're looking at it from a raw kind of benchmark perspective, then the OnePlus 6 obviously gives you a little bit more, even if it does cost a little bit more. So do bear that in mind. So yeah, just a quick little video here. Hope you found it helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.